anytime my streaming software wants to start picking up the game, that would be handy. Ooh, it's suddenly working. Ah! What do I do? What do I do? Hopefully it's sending that picture, because I'm Dapper Ninja and I'm now online. And I forgot to change over some of my... There we go. Ah, the sound's coming through and everything. Oh, it's going to be a scuffed one today, isn't it? It's going to be scuffed. What do you do, though? What do you do? Well, you stand here at a flight path while I type a bunch of things in and get my thumbnails and everything sorted out. That's what I do. That's what I do. But let's just make sure we're actually getting proper vision through. It looks like I am. Good. Good, good. He's scared. He run away now. Okay, that's good. He's running away. I am going to go hunting Dragonkin today. Why am I going to go hunting Dragonkin? Because I can. Because they're just kind of over there. Over there. Where are they? Over there. Amongst all of that is Dragonkin. I also need to get this, the Sephorium booster. And I need to kill these guys for a pendant. Which is always a pain in the ass when you're a rogue. But I will persevere and do it anyway. Because perseverance seems to be what I do. Seems to be what I do. I make sentence good, yes. So we've got the usual Ashmain thingy quest to kill Dragonkin. And I don't mind doing that. I like killing the Dragonkin. It's good. Overlord Mockmarok's running away. What you doing over here, buddy? Oh, despawning that. Oh. Poor Overlord Mockmarok. All rejected because he was useless. And then he got beaten up by a bunch of non-ogres. So it makes him seem even more useless. But, oh well. Wow. So we need to get onto the correct road. Take a shortcut through here. Take a shortcut. I hate all the overhangy trees part of the swamp. I prefer the openness of this area of the swamp. We need to go towards Tabitha so that we can do the jewel pendant and finding the Sephorium booster. Booster. Hello, Scythe Talon. No, Scythe Claw. Bloodfen Scythe Claw. It's a pity Mud Sprocket isn't in the game. There's that gives you a nice flight path down here. And they added a whole bunch of quests with Mud Sprocket. That was good. I liked the Mud Sprocket quests. Yep. So I want to do these other two quests, to get that and the thingy first. Then we shall move on to killing Dragonkin. I have made it to level 43, which is a nice area to get to. Starting to put points into assassination, which is good. Gets me the bonus crits and whatnot. Chrono booms are pricey. No, life blue, mate. Right, I've kind of ended up off track here. Just kind of following me up my own thing. So that's no good. I'm now heading towards the booster. Dun, 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 dun. Where are you? going. Jeez. Lots of raptors and spiders. Me getting knocked off my mount. And I can't see shit. Just trees everywhere. There we go. Back on our ugly old horse. Of course, straight away I got bloody dismounted as well. Let's go around them. Don't need to play with the crocolisks or the other things. Try and play with as fewer slimes as possible as well. See how that goes, of course. Who knows? The horse sound is very monotonous. I made it. Oh. Booster should be around here somewhere, but we'll kill this ooze first. Ooze. What are you putting on me? Less damage, Gel. That is a rude one. How dare you? Dare you defy you? Dare you defy me and my... now, where's this chrono booster, C4ium booster thing? Chrono booster? I was reading chat and they were talking about the chrono booms. And I don't know. Oh jeez. Wow, that really actually is gonna slowly takes a toll, that, jeez. Anyway. Goldthorn. Don't worry about that at the moment. Let's get further up this way. Around to sort of this bay area here. Because the annoying swimmy things with the thingy is easier to get to here. Hey. Fishing went well. Oh, good. Excellent. Good to hear. Until a freshwater otter came out of nowhere and stole half the fish. Look, otters are pretty cute though, so it's gonna take your shit. It's gonna do it. Yeah, we had somebody come in and poke at the heater with the correct kind of kicking method. Gave it a good beating. Beat it back into submission. I unfortunately only know the correct kicking method for computers and servers, so I couldn't use my own special methods. But yes, heater is currently working. It's literally actually on right now, I think. Pumping out a little bit of heat. So a couple of very, very cold days though. Which of course were the coldest so far we've had this year. With a few like -2, -3 degrees Celsius nights. So it wasn't a pleasant little trip, but yes. So the heater is on its last legs though, so it's old. There aren't really spare parts for it. So at some stage we are going to have to fork out a large pile of money and pay for a new heater. So yeah, we're getting quotes and stuff for that now. So, but until then, we hopefully we can keep the heater limping along until it gets replaced. So yes, money will be leaving the bank account for that, because me and my wife both came from families that did not have a great deal of money, and now that we've ourselves managed to get an average amount of money for ourselves, we like having the pleasant things like heating and cooling and food, that kind of thing. So we will fork out the money and we will sort it out. That is a bummer that the otters managed to get a bunch of your catch, though. That's it's a bit rude of it, really. But at the same time, you can't get it. It had the opportunity, so it took it. It took your food with it. If my missus had been there, she would have just been like, "Yay, otter! I want to pat it." And that would have been the end of all of that. She would have just been trying to pat the otter after that. No more fishing, just trying to pat the otter. She has a thing with fuzzy animals, so she wishes to pat them all. If I worry about the heater after the 5 million sub goal, I reckon I will have frozen to death in hell by the time that happens. So best we replace the heater. Yeah. Pretty sure it will be a very cold day in hell before I manage to get any kind of good amount of subs, I reckon. But that's alright. So me and the wife both work pretty hard, so we do have a little bit of money around so that we can at times like this when we need things like a heater, we can manage it without impacting finances. So that also tends to happen a bit more when you're older. So, you know, we've spent years building up a bit of a nest egg. So that either of us really like sitting on an egg. That's just uncomfortable. But yes, it will be fine. We'll mostly not freeze to death, I think. It's hard to say. The cat wasn't very happy about the cold as well. And it's supposed to be the more resilient of us, you know. It's got, like, it wears a permanent fur coat. Damn. But no, it wasn't happy. I was even less happy when it decides to come into our bedroom at, you know, some ridiculous time of the morning and start messing with all of the blinds and everything. And so it gets locked out of the bedroom at that stage, and then it's a very unhappy cat. It's locked into the cold part of the house, and it can't even climb into the bed to warm itself. Which is a lesson we've been trying to teach it for the last 4 years. I somehow don't think it'll ever learn its lesson. It's not the kind of cat to ever learn a lesson, I think. But that's alright. All good. Oh, no, Casty, Mr. Scrabbler. Tell you what, these guys just don't seem to carry around a jewel pendant with them. I don't know the brilliance of having a jewel pendant that I need for a quest. Oh, come on, guys. We should all have jewel pendants on us. Oh, there's a scrabbler there. Now we'll just come down here and... Oh, I didn't realise I could pickpocket these guys. Well then. It's obviously something I should have thought of before, shouldn't it? Nice. Good thing about being undead is my possibilities of drowning are relatively low. My possibilities of remembering to kick his spells, apparently, are also relatively low. Let's go see what this one has. Now that I hit the wrong key and know that I can pickpocket them. I was probably pickpocketing them last time I was killing them, and completely forgot that I could. Oh, so some crabs do have pockets. Okay. Oop. I see. Now that I've realised that I could pickpocket them, it's like, oh, here's your quest reward. Go away. Here's your quest thing. Get out of here. Okay, fine. I'll leave then. Oh, I'll have some buff food before I completely leave. Almost out of my carrion surprise sausage. It's always good to have when sausages especially are some sort of surprise. Sausages are already surprise meat. You don't need to kind of add the word surprise to it. That just sort of... That's just adding mystery to mystery. My mystery meat tube is known as mystery. I'd have concerns. No, no pockets in the dragon. Giant crab, pocket. Dragon, who has slightly more supple skin, no pocket. There you go. Maybe crabs have, like, part of it is their shell. So, you know, you kind of pickpocketing their shell. Itself, just even saying it sounds really weird, because you'd be reaching around, giving the crab a reach around to get to its to get into its shell. And I'm pretty sure that's a noticeable thing. You know, like there's a pocket that's on the outside, but if somebody actually like unzipped my fly and put their hand in there, I'd notice that. I'd notice it. When I was part of the 501st years ago, one of our troopers had somebody trying to reach into their trooper. Some random girl reaching into the front of their armor to give them a bit of a "how you doing?" And it was at about that time that the girl reaching into the trooper's armor found out the person in the armor was also a girl, which surprised the hell out of her when the trooper pulled her helmet off and went, "What the fuck do you think you're doing?" And of course the girl's reply, which doesn't actually really make anything better, was, "Oh, I thought you were a guy." It's like, what's... So apparently it's perfectly fine to try and fondle a random guy, but it's not perfectly fine to fondle a random woman. So that's the sort of thing where the double standards need to kind of work themselves out a bit. Yes. Moral to the story is, you just don't reach into somebody's armor and try and give them a bit of a fondle. Because, you know, you might find that they've got that there's no handle in the armor there. There's only another pocket. Anyway, let's continue killing dragons. Get off the subject of unwanted groping. That's right, Mr. Doing alright. Most of these guys seem to have both a tongue and a heart. How strange. That's very unusual. You're lucky to get one or the other. I'm getting both. Alright, what are you? You got a Scalebane. Yeah, we've got a thing to kill you guys. Wait, where am I? I don't think I'm anywhere near where any of the stuff is that I'm actually supposed to be killing. Crab has pockets. Thing that looks more humanoid than a crab. No pockets. Sometimes I have trouble working things out here. Yeah, go Mr. Scalebane. Let's head this way, because I think I'm trying to head towards, more towards this area for what I'm after. And I want to get some Khadga's Whisker as well. Let's see. Oop, no, I don't want to zoom out too much, because in the swamps where the things are dangly from the trees, it is hard to see when you're zoomed out sometimes. Alright, here's what we're looking for. Stone Mall ruins, so that I can start getting some of these still no pockets. These Dragonkin need to evolve a bit more to actually have pockets, I think. Even the wombats have pockets. We'll sneak in here and kill everything. And get Mockmarok's snuff. Mockmarok, somebody's got your snuff here, sitting in the middle of a burnt out town. Don't exactly know how it survived the fire, but no. There you go. You have a nice long nap now too. Don't worry, Fire Mane Ashtail. I'll come and kill you soon. You'll be fine until you're dead. Which isn't too far away now. Death is incoming. We better kill this guy as well. We don't want him to be lonely. Don't want our enemies to be lonely, honest. It's just not very nice. Alright. Oh, that wasn't a very good, nice fire thingy. That was a bit rude. Come on. Seems he had some bad breath going on there. Which way is it to get the fuck out of here to the thingy? I think there's Goldthorn over here somewhere. Where are we? Sometimes when the mini-map gets so crowded with all of this shit, can make it very difficult to read. I've aggroed something. There it is. Did I steal your Goldthorn? Ow. My Goldthorn now. Mine. You're going to have to farm up some new Goldthorn. Well, now back to trying to find my way out of here. This looks like a good way out. Yeah. Oh, jeez. I've got to get myself into a proper sitting position. I'm still not in one. I should have... yeah. We're probably not going to be able to nom on you, are we? No. We'll... On the plus side, I've got lots of bandages. Alright. Back to hunting. Hunting the hunters. It's a chest. It's a solid chest as well. I like my flimsy chest. There we go. I think I broke a rib doing that. Flimsy old man chest. My my slight man boobs with the only padding. Ah. I'm hitting my foot against stuff under the desk. I don't want the mana potions. They just take up room in my bag, so nothing. Same with moonberry juice. Get back into the killing mode. Scouts, Ashtails, Scalebanes. I've got to find the Grog and the Strongbox, which are both kind of just a bit further up here. Easy peasy. Grog and Strongboxes, we're coming for you. Maybe I should have mounted to move there faster. But oh well. I'm sure I'll be right. I'll do fantastically, I'm sure. Apparently I'm missing out on the Zandala buff. Okay, so somebody else is already here killing stuff. Because there's nothing to kill just here. That's just not how you're supposed to do it. Well, it looks like there's stuff coming out of the cave though, so that's good. Just in case it decides to come up behind me, I'll turn around. I wonder what crabs do keep in their pockets. So just like they keep little keepsakes in there. Things to remember things by. I took a piece of my last shell so that I could remember its alabaster luster. Okay, so that scout's just kind of ambling about the place. I reckon I'm probably going to end up fighting it as well as this one. But, you know, that'll happen. Hey, I don't have much armor as it is. Don't sunder it. Leave it alone. It's only leather anyway. It's more of a gimp suit than armor. So just leave it as it is. Come on.
I don't have
Hi, Scalebane. How you doing over there, man? Oh, there's a scout coming this way. That could be a problem. No, it's fine. It's fine. Well, mostly fine. It'll be fine. I shouldn't need any cooldowns, I don't think. I'll consider a health pot. Should be okay. There we go. Everybody's fine. Just do have a bit of a nom. Just have a bit of a nom. It'll be okay. It's all good. No need to panic. Quick, panic! Oh, no, it's okay. Alright. There we go. Why are these scouts roaming about here anyway? They shouldn't be roaming about in here, I don't think. Maybe? Oh, well. That's what happens. You let the ogres kick you out. Dragons will just do whatever they feel like in here. Whatever they feel like. That scout, yeah, that scout's coming this way. Let's we'll wait for it to hop up hit this way, and then we'll beat it up and take its stuff. It's a very acceptable thing to do in this world. Just beat up a thing, take its stuff. Depending on where you live in our world, it seems to be okay as well. But, you know. I don't know. If a skeleton came running up to me with a pair of clubs with skulls on the end of them that seemed to be burning, I'd probably just give him my wallet. I'd be like, yeah, you know what, it's fine. You can have this. So, you know. Gonna be number one on my things to fight. Unless maybe it was Halloween, in which case, you know, maybe it's just a costume. Maybe if I give him a chocolate bar, it would just piss off. But if it's Halloween, maybe I'll be carrying around a sword. Who knows? Then I can cut his head off and find out whether or not he's really undead or just now dead. You know. Sure, anything goes on Halloween. Maybe next Halloween, that's what I'll do. Wander around as a samurai. I am going the right place for this, aren't I? Yes. Now, there will be a Scalebane further down, so we'll just use Ash Tail so that we don't have to fight both at once. There we go. Now we can get their strong box. It would have been nice if I could have pickpocketed these guys, because I really could do with some more, what are they called? Lock-picking boxes. Oh, it'll be fine. There we go. Do I need more Scalebanes? I don't. Do I want to fight some on the way out anyway? Yes. Experience keeps me going. Alright. Yes. Now we're Ashman. I'll make sure you get to meet your ancestors. Right, technically Anixia is one of your ancestors. And you've probably already met her, but you can meet more distant relatives as well. More different kinds of relatives. To go meet your uncles and aunties. I don't know who their uncles and aunties are, but I'm sure they're lovely dragons with ebony scales and the ability to murder hundreds of people all at once. The abilities we all wish we had. Where are we at? So 3 more Ash Tails, 8 more scouts, bunch of tongues and hearts. That's a different way of you know, getting their hearts and minds, really. We're after hearts and minds, we're after hearts and tongues. So we're going to be talking to them and being nice and giving them food? No, we're going to cut them out of their still living bodies. What do you mean? What time they said, oh, we're going to get their hearts and minds. It was like, okay, so you're going to try to cut their hearts out and slice their head off. Gotcha. Do you do it while they're still alive, or? I don't know. Never understood. Didn't understand how it was going to work. Obviously it didn't. No. These are the way of things. Flame Mane Scout. Let's try speaking correctly. That will be a nice change. Maybe one day I can try that for an entire day. Speak correctly, not sound like an idiot. That will be a day to celebrate. It'll be the first time in my entire life I've managed it. I like how he kind of exploded into flames there. That was kind of cool. It seemed like he did anyway. That was pretty cool. Coincidence, but, you know, I don't mind. I don't mind. Is it worth going over there for the ash tail? I don't know. Probably is, actually. Oh. Scouts just spawned here, so we may as well go for him. Snake! This here is a western articulated snake. It, as you can see from its mostly brown exterior, it's probably gonna fuck you up if you mess with it. Gonna fuck you up and spit you out. Just like a good proper strange snake would. It's an old skill you need in Australia, be able to spot a snake in the undergrowth. You know. If you go places, there's snakes. There's not snakes everywhere. And it's winter at the moment, so, you know, I wouldn't worry too much about snakes where I am at the moment. That AoE fire does not tickle. Does not tickle at all. Do I have more shitty food? No. I do not. Okay. We'll just bandage then. Fine. Fine. Be like that. Right. Alright, where are we going? I have one of those rogues diaries this guy's talking about as well. No, don't go that way. Go this way. Towards more things to kill. Towards the things that must die. Stop that. Stop it. Gonna give me a headache doing that to me all the time. Bridge. So I still need 5 more scouts. This will be the last ash tail I need. And then I just have to concentrate on some searing tongues and hearts. No. On scouts. Hey, Hype Auditor, how you going, man? Hope things are going well for you. See a little whelpling over there. Maybe we should go say hello. Go pay him a visit. Hello, whelpling. I want to say hello to you. Boo, hello. Come on. All right. Now, Mr. Ashtail, I don't even know why I needed to fight you, but you existed in the place that I was going past, though. Therefore, your existence needed to be erased. Oh, my poisons have run out. Did not notice. I'll have to sort that out. On the plus side, these aren't not the kind of things that are trying to run away, so let's just throw up some damage poisons. And let's go scout hunting. The scouts are out and they must die. Feel no pain before they die. We'll beat broken bones into them. Just keep smashing them. That's another scout, that's good. After that one, we only need one more scout, so... And it's all little whelpies after that. Bump, 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 bump. You know what? Need my energy to get back up faster. Sorry, Ash Main Scout, you're gonna have to go. It's, I know, it's a terrible thing. It's a sin on my part, but it's gotta happen. That healing method. Well, that Goldthorn's back. Let's see if it's gonna summon another... Was this the same Goldthorn? No, this is a different Goldthorn. Different Goldthorn. Not the same Goldthorn. Plate armor. That just straight at level 40. That might actually sell. If you're going to do the conversion to plate, it's Now we'll come back for that scout. I'm just going to kill this whelp off first. Go back to him. And then we'll just concentrate on whelps after that. Well, kicked at a bad time. Too late, too late. Ripped webbing. Disappointment. They're nothing but a disappointment to their parent, only having ripped webbing like that. You never get ahead in life being a whelp. You get ripped webbing. Especially if you're beaten to death by an undead rogue. You never get ahead in life when you're beaten to death. That's what I hear anyway. I haven't tried being beaten to death yet, so, you know. Though, I am getting fireballed. It's not too friendly in and of itself. Yeah. Avoid trees, leave combat. Alrighty. Let's not fight this guy with the scout and an ash tail there. Looks like somebody else might be interested in that, so that's good. We'll just beat this whelp, and then we'll go to that hatchling over there, I think. Come over here, hatchling. I'm busy. I'll get to you. Don't worry. Got enough beating power for you as well, Mr. Hatchling. Where are you off to? No need to go wandering off. There we go. Come on. Got to have a heart or a tongue or both. Let's go. A tongue. It's alright. I'm willing to accept that. What do we got there? Warlock, eh? Okay. Keep an eye on things. Ah, so that Warlock is fighting that one too close to me, so I end up in combat there as well. Which is a massive pain in the ass and something that I think Blizzard need to fix. Because I wouldn't have ended up in combat with that whelp at all. I might with this one though. Oh, all good. So when the combat ends up that close, for some reason you just end up in combat with... And you're not really that close to the thing. It's very annoying, and it's like a way that you can almost take out other players if you want to. Especially if you were a rogue, so you could pretty much try and get into a fight with something nasty next to... next to somebody of your own faction and just vanish, and then they've got to fight, you know, like an elite or something like that, just to try and really screw somebody over if you were that malicious. I'm not that malicious in general. I can get that malicious if people are malicious towards me, but in general, I'm not that much of an asshole all the time. Only some of the time. Alright. Should have stealthed while I was eating, but you know, that would have been too smart. Too much thinking ahead on that. I'll do a thing like think ahead. Got kick in. It's good. No, searing well. Come on. Ravager's crown, eh? That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, might sell alright. Might sell okay. We shall see. We shall see. Hello, Mr. Searingwell. How are you? No, don't fire that. Come on. There you go. Oh, that's good. I'm getting some of the flame sacks as well. They're actually pretty handy to have. Let's see if we can find ourselves some more whelps. See if we can climb up a freaking hill. Or is that Warlock going to have been killing everything? I'm betting the Warlock's been killing everything, and I'm just going to be screwed. Hey, punctured voodoo dolls too. So, yeah, that should be a rogue one amongst this, I think. I think he was mentioning rogue. There we go. Lions with blood, tooth. Oh, create a powerful charm. Okay, well. Oop. No, you're fine without firing your fireballs at me. You do enough damage as it is. Still persists in his fireballs. Oh, but he did have a heart and a tongue, so, you know. Who can say too many bad things about him if he's got all of the equipment that I need? More whelpies. More whelpies. Here, whelpy whelpies. Well, hatchling, I suppose this one technically is. These are technicalities. They can all drop the, there's the black whelpling that they can drop, which is pretty cool. This is like one of the more sought after pets of the game. He'd spend a little bit of time farming green whelplings to try and get the green whelp pet, but I got bored with that, so because they were a bit low level, I was killing them a bit too quickly, and too much downtime. Let's head back up north and see if we can find more whelps up there now. With that warlock down here, we can kind of stick to our own little zones, and he can do whatever he feels like doing then. I'll do what I feel like doing. Everyone will be happy. All the dead whelplings. Poor little fellas. Who would do such a thing? Devastating their population. How would the black dragons ever survive this? This horror and carnage. They would never do such a thing themselves. Black dragons are too friendly. They like hugs. No. Somebody is just killing whelplings and hatchlings. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible genocide. How could they? Running out of bag space rapidly. The only problem with the sword at the moment is that I'm mace spec. So I'm actually planning on sticking with mace spec until I get thrash blade at the moment. Ooh, that's a nice sword to sell though. So I know I can respec pretty easily, but yeah, I'm actually quite enjoying the mace spec, the extra little stuns and everything you get. It is pretty cool. Actually adds to the survivability quite a bit. So I did do RFD with the last rogue and got that sword. So I mean, it is still something that I'll possibly do. But yeah, I'd like to do, if I do RFD though, I'll probably do it in a guild group as much as I can. Whelplings, you should be respawning now. Spawning. Spawn. I command thee. So the problem with the Ansel mace is so I do a lot of if I'm fighting two things at once, it actually, so like if I sap something and then fight something near it, Ansel actually, because of its little AoE that it does, that actually will break sap. So it's actually it's one of those things, anytime there's going to be crowd control, it's actually not recommended to use it. Because its on hit effect will actually hit multiple targets, even if they're crowd controlled. So Yeah, so you need to be careful when using that particular mace. So while it is a very good mace, and when I was looking it up, yeah, I found out that yeah, it will break crowd controls. So it does have its drawbacks. Oh, yeah, well, you know. But the beatings will continue until morale improves, I believe. I believe that's the way of doing things. Of course, it does seem to be the beatings will continue until morale improves, and then the beatings will increase. That seems to be the way of it, though, at the moment. Ooh. Guildy just went down in Blackrock Depths. Yeah, see, little things like that is why I like Mace Spec. Yeah, just as he was the whelp was starting to cast there, it got interrupted by the mace. It's a vendoring ring, that one, but I'll take it anyway. Thankfully, my government hasn't gotten into the full-on beating mode of anybody at the moment, but you know, who knows? Who knows? Who knows what will happen in the future? Not seeing many whelplings out here. Warlock must have done a pretty good clearing job. I don't want to have to fight those two crocolisk's for life fruit, so let's just head back north again. No. Let's see. Yeah, whelplings. I still need a bunch of your hearts and tongues. I'm gonna be nice about removing them, I swear. You'll be mostly dead and unconscious when I do it. Mostly. That's only a partial guarantee, though. These things really don't want to respawn, do they? Yep. Trying to put my glass down on the wrong places and try to spill it all over my keyboard and myself. That'd be great. Just the sort of thing I need. Yep. I'm sorry, whelpling, but you did do the respawn thing, or I'm going to have to do the kicking your ass thing. Getting a decent amount of greens here. Is that cape better than what I'm wearing? It is not, but it should sell pretty well, being an of the monkey. No. Bad. Whelpling. How dare you? You attempted to fire a thingy at me. We will not have it. No, we will not. is just rude. Rudeness of the highest caliber. It's a 50 caliber rudeness. Which is technically not the highest caliber, but you know. Lots of artillery and stuff, that all still has a caliber, but anyway. Nope. Nopers. Had nothing. It's your turn now, Mr. Whelp. It's your turn. Come down here a little bit more. Try and get away from that one. So that I don't have to fight two right away. Oh, nice. Tongue. Yep. No cast. Not bad. Casting is bad for my health. Oop. What was that? Perfectly timed kick, that one. Totally planned. Didn't just, you know, hit Q by accident and have the kick go off. It's totally planned and deliberate. And the original thing I was trying to stun totally hadn't been interrupted by the mace stun. It was all planned. Not a coincidence. He's off killing whelps down there now too, isn't he? Mr. Warlock. Let me kill the whelps. Then I'll get out of your hair and you can kill as many as you feel like. There you go. The Warlock is. There you go, Mr. Searing Whelp. Yeah, it's okay. It's alright. There you go. There you go. Anyone else having issues? I'm not having issues at the moment. Let's go fight some whelps. Let's go fight this one because it's not near that patrolling other one. Patrolling group. Oh, yep, there's that warlock. Why is all that stuff chasing that stuff? Yeah, that is exactly why Mace Spec is so good. Like, once you get into doing level 60 dungeons and that sort of stuff, being Mace Spec is not quite as good. But while you're leveling, the random stuns really help quite a lot. And if you're PvPing on a rogue, apparently the Mace Spec is brilliant. I haven't actually I haven't gotten to ever PvP on Mace Spec Rogue, but yeah, I'd actually, if I manage to get Iron Foe, which highly doubtful, I'd love to use that as Mace Spec. I can't fit that in my bags and I couldn't be bothered making room for it. Just want my last hearts and tongues now. Yeah, the only thing with Mace Spec is you don't use any of the big openers. You don't really have the big openers as such that you have when you're like Dagger Spec or anything like that. There's dagger spec, you get your, of course, you get your ambushes and backstabs and all that sort of stuff. Mace spec, you just sort of upset the enemy by clubbing them to death. Which is actually really funny, honestly. Because there is a, you know, just being able to keep somebody stunned and locked down is, there is a niceness to it. That you enjoy as a rogue, and you drink the tears of your enemies. Because that's how you're supposed to do it. You just can't help it. But I think that the mace stuns will DR each. The mace stun, which is separate from your other stuns, can DR a bit. So, because I've noticed when I get like 3 stuns on a mob, they will actually, the stuns start becoming very short. Well, there is, so there's a couple of macros you can do as a rogue. So you'll, and it's basically, it's so you can use an ambush opener. So you'll have your, dagger, selected as your main hand, and you'll ambush, hit your macros, so you swap your weapons, because you can do weapon swaps at least in combat. So you ambush, swap weapon, and then go into club mode. So there's quite a few sort of people like using that sort of thing. Easy, and so I just use cheap shot instead.
I'm out of range.
Out of range. So, oh, I see. Yeah, I see why I see why I'm out of range, because my latency's gone to even more gone to shit than usual. So that's good. So there's gone to shit latency, and then there's getting close to 400 latency. Not the best to be playing with 400 latency, to say the least. Alright, now I just need 3 more hearts. Let's see. 3 more hearts. Who would have 3 hearts? Maybe if I killed that that warlock that's around here killing things as well. Maybe he'll have 3 hearts on him. Substitute them. I doubt I can kill the warlock, and I know I can't loot him, so, you know, not really a point in trying, but it's a good thought. It's a good thought. It's always good to collect some extra hearts. You never know when you're going to need a donor. That way, if you've already got some extra hearts, you're okay. You can be your own donor then. Right, donated 4 livers. None of them were mine, but, you know. Point is, that is the kind of generosity I have. Alright, Mr. Steering Wheel. Let's get you sorted. You can start your nap. Latency's not helping there. Latency's not helping at all with those kicks. The fact that I'm using up all of my energy probably isn't helping as well. I don't know if walking into him then was latency or not. But oh well, what are you going to do? What you going to do? Just got to keep fighting and keep trying. No. Oh, silly whelplings. Give me your hearts in a pile. And we'll be fine. Yeah, it's just armor. You can't armor and trinkets and rings. You can't swap in this one, classic. Partially, I mean, one of the things it'd make Nefarian a lot harder as well if you couldn't swap your weapons, since he's got the weapon call as one of his abilities, where he breaks your main hand weapon. Hey, nothing wrong with beating something to death with a fishing rod. Sometimes it's what you got to do. I've seen healers do their healing with a fishing rod before. Mostly because they were off fishing and then they're in the instance and they forgot about it. But it's not entirely uncommon. Like, it's actually pretty common for druids, especially when you've got things like tree forms and all that sort of stuff. So you don't see what weapons you're actually carrying, and so you tend to screw it up every now and then, because you'll have been fishing and forgotten about it. I used to do it occasionally with my tree form druid. Oh yeah, you've got the legendary healing hammer, eh? Yeah, that's good, but why do you have a fishing pole equipped at the moment instead? Whoops. Because whoops, that's why. Something that's fine to do in anything but classic, because you just don't know. So it may turn out that extra healing and stuff is what you really need to keep a group alive. That's not going to make people happy if you kill a group because you're wearing a fishing rod. Let's go get this whelp. This whelp's closest. This whelp. You whelp. You're closest. We've got control of two things coming towards us. We'll be fine, I'm sure. I'm sure there won't be any problems. Oh, it turned away. That was unexpected. Normally that wouldn't happen. Normally this is where it just turns out it's going to come this way. And I'm doomed. Doomed. But I'm not doomed. I'm just killing whelps. And the whelps, they must die. They must feel the pain that I feel every day. Like somebody is hitting them with a hammer. This is why I don't do carpentry anymore. Not that I ever did carpentry. Actually, like a lot of the my old raiding buddies and everything, they used to do the same sort of thing, where they disguise themselves as a skeleton, whatever, with noggin fogger, and they do the same thing. They'd be like, "Oh, look at that! I'm holding the wrong weapon." Doo-doo-doo. I think I may have even done like full healed, like a 10-man raid or something, while having a fishing rod equipped instead of my weapons as a resto druid. I'm pretty sure I've done something like that. normally if there is a Gumby way of doing something and just stuffing it up, I'm normally very good at doing it that way. It's like one of my talents. Finding the worst way of doing something. And now my quests are complete. So we can go hand them in. Which is excellent. Excellent. Oh, we're going to have to go down to 1,000 needles. I think that, yeah, Shimmering Flats. To hand that in. And that was back over in STV, I think. Yes. What I need to do here is actually find the road. Pay attention to that. Yeah. Just shows I am just that amazing. I am actually not a bad druid healer, honestly. If I can pay attention to what I'm doing for more than 5 minutes, then I can normally do okay as a tree healer. It's managing to keep my attention that's the hard part. Oh, you tried getting some trees in chat. Yeah, it's all about me paying attention, and generally if I can pay attention to what I'm doing, I'm not too bad. I'm not going to say I'm like the best or greatest or anything like that. I'm not that kind of person, but I'm not bad. I'm not bad at these things, as long as my attention is being kept. I'm just not very good at that whole keep my attention on one thing for a particularly long time all the time. But it's fine, I swear. Alright, lots of things to vendor, which is good. Let's just rearrange some of the things I'm not gonna vendor. I'm gonna keep that, that's fine up there. Keep those things. Sort of watch where I'm going. Alright, we're good. We're good. Keep heading this way. And we'll get back to Brackenwall Village. Hand in quest, sell stuff, head down to Shimmering Flats so that we can hand in that quest. Then we'll head over to STV so we can hand in that quest. And maybe we'll go from there to Swamp of Sorrows and do some of that stuff. Or maybe even the Badlands to do that quest. So I think this quest ends with me fighting a big rock elemental that's about level 48, I think. I can't remember. It's 40 something. I might be okay at 43. But I might not be as well, so. Might be able to do that. The most optimal way is probably go for the Murlocs and the monstrous crawlers first, though. Yeah. Avoid him, avoid them, and we go here. I have arrived! By jumping over a wall. No, not quite jumping over a wall. No. But I've arrived. It is me. Oh, no, I want to keep that too. Get rid of these things. Gonna get. Wow, I don't actually have a lot of stuff to vendor there. Okay, so I have to stop in at Orgrimmar amongst all of these things so that I can put some stuff on the auction house. Take the gloves there. Oh, you've got to summon. You've got to do a cast a spell over the thing. Thank you, Draslib. Thank you. I trust you to do things well with your dual casting heads. I don't know what you did, but I gotta go speak to Overlord Mock. Overlord. Actually, I'll come back to you, Overlord. Just give me a sec. Got to talk to Dog. Dog's the man. Yeah, Tharg is the man. Disc. Okay, I'll tell you what, for a disc, that looks very triangular. Alright. Speak to him. Okay then. Oh, I better go speak to him instead. Alright then. It's a very triangular disc. I suppose computer discs weren't that much better. They were, what, rectangles and squares. So I suppose we can accept triangle as a disc. We get rid of those 3 things. Oh geez, 21 gold now. 21 gold? Oh wait, that's right. I actually want to vendor that ring. Where am I going? Got to talk to you. Oh, okay, that hand's in here, then it probably sends me back to STV.
For the Horde.
Thank you. Revealed this. Bring the jewel pendant to someone in Ogrimmar. Okay then. Righto. Righto. We'll go to Ogrimmar after I've been to Gadgetzan so that I can go to Shimmering Flats. And in the Razorik's tweaking one. Because Razorik is a tweaker. He's a bit of a tweaker, that Razorik. Oh. Oh, jeez. And I'm apparently a very gassy person. It's probably that pie I had for lunch. Very delicious pie, I must say. Very, very delicious. Did exactly what it was written on the tin. Luckily it didn't come out of a tin. It just came out of an oven. With bacon and cheese. Very healthy, of course, because you know we all know that bacon is one of the best vegetables you can have. And pastry is just a form of fruit, and beef contains no fat or anything. It's all very healthy. It's all extremely healthy. Specialist ingredients that are 100% vegan, and yeah, only animals were harmed in the creation of it, so it's fine. Wait, no, that's not what vegan is. No, it's the opposite of vegan. Okay, maybe it wasn't as healthy and vegan as I thought. Oh well. Maybe, you may never know. Maybe the bacon actually was like piglet bacon, so maybe it was made out of piglets. Therefore, they're just bacon seeds rather than actually full bacon. And seeds are much, people eat them for health reasons, right? I may just be crapping on as usual, so you know. Right, so I've got identify the brood. I've got those ones. Swamp of Sorrows. Yeah, all of those old timers that are still around, they turned out fine. Let's see. So hand in that there. There's lots of quests I could do down here, but I want to level up a bit first. That's getting to be probably one of the next questing zones I want to hit. Good old Feralis. Lots and lots of quests to do over there. There is a quest I should pick up before going to Feralis, though, which is actually like Steamweedle Port, just here, wherever it is. One of them is Screecher Spirit, because that's actually a Feralis quest rather than a non-Feralis quest. And that leads into other quests in Feralis, so I kind of want to make sure I do that then. What do we got to do? We've got to do this, and then we've got to head up to Orgrimmar. Orgrimmar! Have beef with a side of beef, please. And for a sauce, I'll have some beef, if you don't mind. Yeah. Beef with a beef sauce. A beef salad. That's what we want. Lots of beef. I do actually want lots of beef. It is one of my favourite foods. That I actually probably of all of the various animals that I eat, I go with chicken, the one that I eat the most though. So versatile. Put it with so many different sauces. You deep fry it, make it schnitzel. Add some Japanese curry to it. Delicious. Delicious. One of my favourite things. Next year when I go back to Japan, probably one of the first places I want to go is Koko Ichibanya, which is literally Koko #1. Because they're the one of the big chains over in Japan. They do various kinds of curries and all that sort of stuff. And that's so good, and they're so cheap as well. Feed 2 people for about $25. That's $25 Australian as well. So we all know that the Australian dollar is a pile of crap. Sephorian booster. Booster. Get the booster. Bring it to Shreve Gadgets in. Alright then. Well, before I go to see Thingy and Gadgets in, I am going to go hand in this quest in Orgrimmar, because that seems like a wiser thing to do. Wiser thing. Then we'll head to Gadget's End, and then we'll head to probably back to Gromgol because I think this quest does eventually get us to go to Gromgol. I could be wrong. And this is not an elite quest, which is good. Do that to get there. That's got to go to Booty Bay. Wait. Gadget's End. Oh, wait. Gadget's End. Oh, this is the really annoying quest where I've got to go to Gadget's End, talk to the dude there, and then they'll send me back here to the fucking Shimmering Flats again. Oh. Let's just ride our monotonous horse backwards and forwards. It's getting, look at it, it's too much exercise. It's all bones. It's not even skin and bones. It's just bones. It's way too much exercise for a poor, obviously very starved horse. Jeez. I'm gonna have RSPCA on my back. Literally somebody standing on me, punching me in the back of the head. What are you doing to that horse, you bastard?
Yo.
Hi.
Have a good one.
Have
Keep it
that.
real.
And now I've got to ride all the way back up there, don't I? Yeah. Yeah. Fucking
Be good.
asshole. Landed the fucking flight path here. Oh yeah, it's really good. Go take it back to where you came from. And get them tested. Alright, you tested it. Good. Now go back here to Shimmering Flats again. Because this seems like a fun way to make the quest last forever. Riding backwards and forwards like a fucking idiot. The hell. Just stupid. Stupid. Anyway. This is why my horse gets too much exercise. I'm surprised it doesn't make grinding sounds, because it should not have any cartilage left. Maybe that would be a little bit too disturbing for people. You're already riding a horse with no skin or flesh, giving it this grinding bone-on-bone sound as it goes. Might be a step too far. For a game that's got a bit of a cartoonish look to it, it might be a bit too far. You know, they don't want to go too dark, I suppose. Oh, why I? Why have you betrayed me? Yeah, I've did the riding backwards and forwards now. Now, I'll take these, but I don't actually want to lose the 7 strength. So it's not even that much. What did I get for it? Go out there? It's only like another 1,600 fucking experience as well. Just go riding backwards and forwards. It's fine. It's fine. Bloody goblins and their whatever it is they do, make things explode. Well, those things are destined for the auction house. These two might not sell. I'd say these two of the monkey things probably will. Those two should sell for a half decent amount. Of the monkey. Monkey magic. Oh wow, I didn't know this. You've got a whole thing about booning and unbooning buffs. Alright, so I'm going to be flying to Ogrima, which is an annoying flight. Actually, no, before I fly to Ogrima, let's go over to Steamweedle Port, because I want to get the Screecher Spirits quest. Seems like a good idea. Let's do that. Continue with the monotonous horse clomping. It obviously hasn't got enough exercise yet. I'll go over to this road bit. You just don't get quite as ambushed by everything along the way over here. You only get ambushed by, you know, 1 or 2 things attempting to eat your brains and your legs and your arms. They leave your hips, though. They don't mind you. They don't like hips. Hips are just terrible. It's going to drive me insane, the sound of this horse, though. I'm dreaming about that. Running around the bedroom in my sleep. My wife just hit me with a brick, which are unfortunately readily available in my bedroom, which sounds very strange, I know. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Everyone keeps a couple of bricks in their bedroom, I'm sure. Sure, it's not unusual. Why are parts of my life so weird? I don't understand it. Oh yeah, keep bricks in your room. Yeah, that seems like a normal thing. Normal. It's normal to have bricks around the place. Alright, we're gonna grab the Screech Spirits quest. Hi, Screech Spirits. Give me his bramble. Gotta go get those from Hinterlands. No. Feralis. I knew what it was like 2 seconds ago, and then as soon as it's like I go to actually say the words, I'm like, they're gone again. It's all gone. It's gone once more. Oh. Oh, jeez. Ah. I just have to mute for a second. Oh, sorry about that. Had to sneeze, and I've now got an old man sneeze, which means I sneeze with the force of 1,000 gales, and if I sneeze into the microphone, everyone's eardrums will burst. The backlash on the microphone, it'll go flying across the room, embed itself in a fridge. My monitors are now look like they've been slimed by the Slimer. It's just all terrible. I aspire to be a brickie. Yeah, no, it wouldn't be the worst job. You get outside. No, actually, no. I don't want to be. Oh, no. That sounds actually way more physical than I want any job ever, really. So the reason there is a couple of bricks in my bedroom, and it's actually a fairly sensible reason. Unfortunately, it's not. It's no weird kink or anything going on. It's literally because of the wife's cat. Again, it's always the damn cat. It's always because of the damn cat. Basically, the cat really likes climbing into everything, and because we've got those cupboards with sliding doors, it can open a sliding door. It can push it open with its paws. So we use a brick to chock it closed. And also because our house is so well built by only the finest of craft idiots that you could get in Australia, our bedroom door doesn't actually close fully. So it doesn't kind of click close. So again, that's probably something I could fix if I was willing to spend more than 5 minutes with a screwdriver. I could probably fix it. But yeah, so sometimes when we've got to lock the cat out, you use a brick to hold the door closed. So yeah, they're there for practical reasons. Yeah, nothing too weird and sinister. Nothing like defending the house with a brick or anything. I literally have a hunting knife on my bedside table for just such an occasion, which the only person I've managed to cut open with my hunting knife is myself. Which is why, when you try and spin knives around your fingers, you should never do it with a saw-backed hunting knife with a rubber grip, because eventually the grip will grip on one of your fingers wrong, and the saw-back will rip open your fingers, as I found out. So don't do that. I still try and spin knives in my fingers, though, because I'm a stupid boy. I am going to just mute for a moment while I'm in flight, because I'm going to make myself a coffee, and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, now we're back. Back with coffee. Wow. So when it comes to being a brickie wouldn't be the worst thing. But at the same time, it wasn't in my top 4 of jobs that I desire. Technically, streaming wouldn't be the top number 1 either. The number 1 I actually do want is to be a writer. So there you go. Alright. Story time, okay. Do you know, if you know the correct sequence of zone music, that the chords used are alphanumeric codes for the Latin alphabet. Decoded, it means keep watching Dapper. Oh. That's scary. How did they know that before I even existed? Wasn't even a glint in the milkman's eye. I'm pretty sure it was the milkman anyway. Me, I just have to change the battery in my headset while I'm wearing it, which is not the nicest thing. It's not the nicest thing. It clanks very loudly in my ear. It's good. Alright, that doesn't exist up there, so I'm going to go with an estimated value of, let's just go with 2 gold. 2 gold 50. 2 gold 50. A furious falcon of Falchion. Furious falcon? Furious Falchion of the monkey. That'll go for... Put it up there for that 2 gold 99 somebody else suggests there. We'll bring us thingies of stamina. Let's see what other people are doing it for. Alright, I'll have to remember that for my for a spooky Halloween stream then. Good. Yeah, that'll do. 2 gold 70. I'll have to remember that for the spooky Halloween stream that will one day maybe happen, who knows. I'll probably be streaming on Halloween though. Depends on when Halloween is. There we go. That's fine. You just do your thing. I'll sell off those 2. And I've got to go report to Zor. Oddly enough, not being a very physical person, there is actually a job I'd like to have that does involve being a very physical person, which is being a blacksmith. Or more specifically a bladesmith, just because I like knives and swords and all that sort of stuff. So, I do things like watch documentaries on their on how they're made and all that sort of stuff. Being a very interesting person that I am, staring at a documentary of they're heating up they're heating up metal to an orange color. Wow! Now hitting it with a hammer. How exciting! For some reason I really like that. But that's like that'd be like my number 3 job, I'd say. Number 3 would be number 1 writing. Number 2 would be streaming. Number 3 bladesmith. Number 4 would be a swordsman, which is excessively impractical, and I'm pretty sure there is no money in it whatsoever. So the first 2 I could actually do both of those things at the same time, because writing you can do kind of whenever. I really should do more of it. Service for the Lord. Oh, that's right. This is where I get a blue ring. I don't actually have to go out and hand that thing. There you go. Okay, so I lose 1 stamina. Yeah, 1 stamina and gain 3 strength. Okay, well, it's not amazingly awesome, but it works. It works. Now then, let's find a vendor that's easily accessible, so I don't have to remount. I'll get rid of my jet loop of the bear, because I've got the Band of Allegiance and my Ring of the Underwood, which is actually a really good ring. Oop, here you go. General trade goods person. Enjoy. I hope it tastes good. Wait, here. I don't have a need for those either, actually, so enjoy them too. Let's see if we've got... I should have some of these already in the bank. I shall see. I know they're worth a bit, but at the same time, your greater fire protection potion uses them, and I want to keep them for when I need to make greater fire protection potions. And then we shall head towards... Where shall we head towards? I think Swamp of Sorrows is where I decided I'll go. So that I can get myself very annoyed trying to find these monstrous crawler legs. And then oh so happily kill murlocs, because we all know that fighting murlocs is just one of the most wonderful things you can do in the game. It's just it's a delight, really, to fight murlocs. Just an absolute delight. And to do these things, we should go to Ratchet, which will include going to Booty Bay, which I think is where we've got to drop this one off. Yes. So we'll need to go to Booty Bay anyway. So this seems like a good opportunity to head to Booty Bay, then to Swamp of Sorrows and kill things over there. And hopefully not encounter a giant and violent green dragon that will horribly murder me. Turn me into a smear across the landscape. I don't need to be a smear. It's just not very nice. It's hard to unsmear myself. It becomes harder and harder all the time. You know, I am quite the... I'm supposed to be a debonair rogue now. Being dashing and whatnot. If only I was debonair myself. Or I suppose I should be dapper. I should be dapper. Just need to get myself my my top hat and my cane and my monocle, and I'll be fine. I'll be fine. But you know, can't always do everything. Can't always do everything. But at least I've got things to do. That's good. Monstrous crawl meat. What's that? Oh yeah, food. That's a pretty crap belt for me, so that's good. Even leather, so it's no good for other casters except for the... unless you're a druid. Everyone else, it's like, no, you're screwed. No good. And this one is like killing murlocs for the love of killing murlocs. Which is just not a thing. It's not a thing. Give me rewards for killing murlocs. It doesn't look like I've got a lot of quests to do, but there's so many. Like, the Tanaris has like so many, like a ridiculous amount of quests, and so does not Hinterland. The other place, Feralis, they've both got so many quests for me to do. So, yeah, lots and lots of quests to get up levels. But I want to do these ones, and I want to do the Braces of Rockbind and try and get these ones out of the way before starting on the Tanaris ones. I want to try and get to level probably 45 before I head off to fight pirates in Tanaris as well, because we know they're my bane. They were one of the things that decided I did not need to exist anymore, which now feels like a very long time ago. I've deleted that rogue now as well. They've deleted its corpse because I've got the even older run of the level 51 troll rogue, which I like to say this is the reincarnation of him. Reincarnated into a human male corpse. So it'd be good if you could actually like pick the kind of skeleton you were, if you were a troll skeleton or an orc skeleton, that sort of thing. So I feel like that would actually be better character-wise. You could actually, if you kind of felt that way of creating a character, you could be the reincarnation of your dead orc self then. And that would be good. You know, it feels like then you're, even though you're starting a new character, you've got the continuation of a former character. I don't know. Maybe that's just me and my a bit of RP brain going on. But, you know, I'm not going to really RP properly, but, you know, there's a little bit of RP in there. Because I like a bit of character creation. I like a bit of world building and all that sort of stuff. I spent many years doing character creation and world building in my brain and writing some of it down and that sort of stuff. Creating my own little worlds to live in so that the real world doesn't feel quite as painful and horrible. And it smells bad too, oddly enough. Not in here though. Just sort of sort of a musty house smell here. Yeah, I do think it'd just give you like that little bit of interesting continuation, even though you're starting again at level 1. That little bit of interesting character continuation. These are the things that I think of. But, you know, Blizzard probably won't do something like that. I don't think they're like, is it one of the things I do notice with hardcore especially is that as you know, haven't really made it to 60, and so I haven't really been able to see that scene properly. But I've noticed through all of the leveling processes, it's slowly becoming more like one of the normal servers. So like any of the other like PvP, PvE, whatever servers, it slowly becomes more like that, because slowly as people realize some of them aren't going to make it to level 60, and that, or they lose a level 60, the discouragement gets a bit too high for them, and so it slowly depopulates the server. And I've noticed a fair few people that have come over that have played on this one from when it started, and they've come over from like the other classic era hardcore server, because there's just nothing happening on that server anymore. Because it's like there is still some population on there, but it's lowered to an extent that, like, if you're an Australian player, the Australian population on that server is really dropped off a cliff, because we just don't have the same sort of numbers as generally the US players and that sort of thing, which is why we don't generally have many of our own servers, which is fair, which is why we don't have our own hardcore server. Because there'd be one layer, and the amount of people in my guild right now, or the amount of people online right now, which is 55 in the guild, would probably only be about 30 more than that. Like you might get to 100 people online, and it wouldn't feel like a populated server. You wouldn't be able to do 5-mans and all that sort of stuff. Like, I get why Australia does not have its own hardcore server. We're a very large landmass country with sweet fuck all people. They're going for a run. You give him a wave. Bye. Don't get killed by the boat. You. Oh well. That's a bit of a bugger for them. So the server slowly depopulates itself. So at some stage, if they want to continue any sort of hardcore experience, they've got to stand up a new hardcore server. They might need to combine the hardcore servers, which I do still wonder if they'll do that with Doomhowl and Skull Rock once Doomhowl is up to the same patch level of it as Skull Rock. They might just combine the two servers so that, one, it's cheap for them. They can shut off some hardware. Or even then, they don't need to shut off hardware. They can just do should be some sort of merge they'd be able to do. Merge the databases or something. And do it that way. Because then you just repopulate everything. And honestly, once you're on the same patch level, it's not going to be a lot of difference. Maybe give the Doomhowl people, a month or two to clear through Nax a couple of times, so that the gear levels are about the same. But even then, it's PvE, so it doesn't really matter too much. There's not really any PvP involved, so maybe not even worry too much about that. Maybe. So I don't know. I don't know what their plans would be. I'd have some plans to try and repopulate things a little bit that way. And I reckon if they advertise that they're going to do that and actually combine the servers that way to increase their population, it might encourage people to come back to hardcore as well. Or even try it again, because they might, or try it in the first place, because they might not even realise it's a thing. That's fine. Yeah, so it does depend on how much Blizzard and Microsoft want to put into the whole hardcore experience and everything. Depends on, I mean, in the end, it comes down to, is it worth the dollars that it costs them to actually run the servers? See, if it's not worth the dollars, they won't do it, and that's always a thing with large companies. I can't even say that that's just a Microsoft thing. I did work for Microsoft, and I despise them like setting fire to my own testicles. But it's not just them, it is all large companies. They're all beholden to they're more beholden to their stakeholders than they are their customers. So they will never do things for free or for cheap. It's not the way of things. And I mean, I've noticed there's like some game companies now charging more for games. They've gone over the $100 Australian mark, which is kind of like a cut-off point for me personally. I'll spend $100 for a game if I really want it, but more than $100, I think in the US, like some games are getting up to US $80, which is, I mean, for in Australia, that's about $140 for a game, and that's really go get fucked sort of levels of money, in my opinion. Yeah, $100, all right, if it looks like it's going to be a good game. $110, you're stretching the friendship quite a lot. I expect this game to be giving me a hand job and free coffee. But $140. Let's go with no. I'm not going to pay that. Not going to pay that. The thing I do find kind of funny about that, me saying that though, is I've been PC gaming since the 80s, the 1980s. Back then, games were about $100 each. They were really expensive. All through my life, they've been about $100 the entire time. Like, I've got games that are 20 years old that were $99.95, and you bought them in a box. You got manuals with them. You got a disc or a CD with them, and they were $99.95, and that was 20 years ago. And I still feel like they should be at least $100. And part of it is because you've taken out a lot of the distribution costs now. You don't have to do CD presses. You don't have to print out a whole bunch of manuals and boxes and this shit. Now, it's like 2 clicks and it's sitting up on Steam, ready for people to just go, here's money, go. And I know Steam takes a cut. Steam takes 30%, I think, for most games. But honestly, that is that's actually really probably less than the distribution costs would have been back in the day. Yeah, so your Game Boy game at $55 US, that's basically $100 Australian. So, and that's, and it's not, it's a while ago, but it's like, I just feel like it is kind of a cut-off point for a lot of games. I don't really want to spend more than $100 buying a game. Maybe I'm just cheap as well. Well, I'm definitely cheap. I hold my coins so tightly you can make wire out of them if you try and get them off me. But it's, yeah, I don't know. Alright. We want monstrous crawler legs and kill all of the murlocs in a 50-mile radius. We don't want to die to Somnus, the green dragon. Somnus is cruel, unyielding. It smells funny. I remember the most game boxes were about the size of an A4 piece of paper. So and they were probably about 1.5 inches thick, and it was a bit weird like way back in the day. It made sense because you actually got like 5 to 10 discs actually in the box with it. So you kind of went, yeah, you need a decent sized box for all that, because then there'd be manuals and shit. But when they came over to CDs, they were still the same size box, but they had one CD in it, and it was like, took up way less room in the box. It was like, the package is becoming excessive now. Yeah. And finally, like, I don't think I've still got it, but I used to have the actual box for my original WoW when I bought that. And it was finally a smaller box, even though I think it came with like 5 CDs or something like that in it. 4 or 5, something like that. I was just like, come on guys, just sort of right amount of packaging. But now, I know that you can still buy a lot of games in boxes and that sort of stuff, essentially for nostalgia, but it's much less of a thing now, I know that much. I haven't bought a box game in a very long time now. I just, off Steam. I don't have the room to store boxes for no particular reason. I think I've still got some of those very old boxes though. I think so anyway. I think I might still have my Total War is it not Empire? Medieval Total War 2 box, because it's actually a very chunky box as well. It's the kind of box you could beat somebody to death with. Ooh, monstrous crawler. Monstrous crawler. Need to pay more attention to where I am, monstrous crawler. I didn't realise I was getting so close to you. Sorry. Yeah, I think I've still got my my World of Warcraft original box somewhere around the place. Maybe, or it could be the wife's one. Let's see. I need some poisons. One of them needs to be crippling, since we're going to be fighting Murlocs as well. We're going to actually go kill that one there. That's not how you select a poison, though. Let's get a food buff. I actually think you can even get, these days I think you can actually buy, like if you go into a game store, I don't know which ones are in the US. Over here we've got EB games. I think you've got, no, I can't remember what they are. What is in the GameStop? I think you can actually buy games that are just like literally just a CD key in a box. So you take your CD key home and you put it into Steam and you download it, and it's the same as just buying a game off Steam, except you've gone to the extra time of walking into a store and buying it there, which just feels a bit strange to me. But I don't know. I'm not going to say it's a bad thing. Like if it is something that people would still like to collect, cool. But everyone do your own thing, man. Doesn't hurt me. But yeah, it feels odd to kind of go, I'm going to go to the shop so that I can then just go to my online game and enter the CD key that I got. But maybe you didn't have to go to the shops. Then again, that attitude is probably one of the reasons why, physical shops are dying out. They're becoming a dying breed. And there's abandoned malls sitting around the place. As they end up in the news occasionally. Oh, this mall abandoned and they're going to turn it into apartments and blah, blah, blah. Well, we do have a housing crisis, so that might not be a bad idea. Always another crisis, after all. I'm sure after the housing crisis, there'll be another crisis for us all to be scared of. Don't you worry about that. They'll manage to keep us scared somehow. Until you're like me and you get all jaded and you're just like, yeah, I couldn't be bothered being scared of whatever it is I'm supposed to be scared of now. I'm just going to play computer games instead. Because that seems like it'd be more fun. You're supposed to be scared of all of these things. Or I can play a game. Enjoy my life. Jump up and down as an undead rogue. Why don't these guys have pockets? That just doesn't make any sense. Hey, no pockets. And I'm sure there's other Murlocs with pockets. Pretty sure ones near South Shore had pockets. So I don't get it. Why? Consistency is all I ask for. Bit of consistency. I'm not going swimming for you, flesh eater. Come out here and play with me. Come on. Why don't you have pockets, flesh eater? I want to know. Are all of your pants made for women? Women never have pockets. Women's pants, it's the cruelest thing ever. Is that the thing? Some of these Murlocs are actually, these are the female Murlocs for wearing women's pants. So their pants were never made with pockets in them. Because technically it doesn't look like they're wearing pants. No, women's pants, no pockets. Men's pants, more pockets than we need. It's great. got back pockets, I've got front pockets, I've got just over my knee pockets. It's awesome. Women forced to carry a handbag so that the fashion companies can get more money out of them. Sorry, going on a strange rant now, and I'm sort of disappearing into all sorts of weird things. Possibly a Star Child CIA operative, and they keep your interfacing skills intact through WoW. That's not the craziest conspiracy I've heard. Maybe the Australian government leases me to the CIA. I'm just that good. Just amazing. And I'm not really fighting a monstrous crawler. I'm actually hacking into a Chinese mainframe. Seems like I am. Seems like I am. This is all a ruse. And me streaming it all is just a ruse to make people think that I'm not doing anything malicious at all. I'm actually an Australian CIA operative. Before you know it, I'll be fighting who is it? Onyxia. And you know when Onyxia is dead because a Chinese missile will launch and wipe out half of China itself. It will seem like it's a Chinese civil war, but it's actually it's me hacking a Chinese missile. I just didn't realise it. Didn't realise that's what's actually happening here. Didn't realise it. And you'd think, oh, he's given himself away now. They're gonna fire him. They'll kill him. No, they won't do that. See, because this is all part of the plan. See, I say all of these things, throws off suspicion. Because see, now I'm just a streamer, just saying nonsense as always. Now nobody knows. Now it's a bait and switch. Am I a CIA operative? Am I even real? Am I some sort of artificial non-intelligence? And stupider than artificial intelligence itself? You're wrong. I draw like artificial intelligence. I can't get the right amount of fingers on something either. This is why I don't draw. That's not the point. Maybe even worse, I'm actually a Chinese operative pretending to be an Australian operative that's been hired by the CIA to hack Chinese nuclear missiles. But I'm actually hacking Russian nuclear missiles because we're actually going to go to war with Russia very soon from China. 5D chess. I gotta watch out though. Agents from around the world now watching me because I keep using the word agents in China. This is bad. This is it. This is the end for me. Dug my own grave. It's all gone wrong. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's all coming out of the woodwork now. Server I'm on, I'm actually playing on Doomhowl. I want to transfer some of my my dead character, over to Maladath, but they actually won't allow those transfers at the moment. So I'd like, because I've got a dead level 51 rogue that I'd like to put over onto Maladath. It's all just conspiracy theories, guys. Just conspiracy theories. I'm wearing a tinfoil hat and everything. I've got tinfoil underwear on as well, just in case. It depends on where I'm thinking from at the time. It's fine. You know, when you're thinking with your brain, tinfoil hat. When you're thinking with your balls, as all men do, tinfoil ball sack cover. Yeah, that's tinfoil merkin. That's what all men need. It's two places we think with. Tinfoil them both. Also means you can't put either your head or your balls in the microwave by accident because you'll make it explode. So that is a safety concern as well. Because you never know when you're going to attempt to put your balls in the microwave. And where have I gone with this? I seem to have trouble following my own thoughts on this one, but no, well. It'd be really hard to close the door. Anyway. Oh, that hurt. I'm here for monstrous crawler legs. That's what I'm doing. Monstrous crawler legs. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, now I don't know. I don't know where I'm at with it all. I've fried my own brain. Tinfoil hat must have kept too much heat in. It's because I got my heater fixed. Yeah. Before it was just like insulation. Now, no. Cooked my own brain. Yeah, Stranglethorn. Stranglethorn. Stranglekill. I'll have that. That's very rude, Strawtooth Snapper thing. I was trying to have some coffee while picking some water flowers. Where are we at? Where are we going with this? We need to be going back towards more things that'll drop crawler legs. Let's see. No, you're just a silk crawler. You're not a mainframe to be hacked. That's just like, you know, that's just Red Note. You know, we don't need to hack Red Note. There's plenty of us on Red Note now. Where's our next server to hack? There's one. We'll hack this monstrous crawler server. Get us ever closer to one of China's weapon shops. That's what we're hacking. I'm actually at the moment I'm using maces, so just for the extra stuns and that sort of thing. Overall, I prefer swords, just damage-wise. I quite like sword spec, and once I get to sort of the probably early mid 50 level, hopefully, if I get there. I want to do the Thrashblade quest in Maraudon, and that's when I'll change back over to using swords once I have that. Until then, I'm gonna stick with using maces, just for the stun effect. Is that a monstrous crawler out there? Oh, it's some sort of monstrous, but it's not crawler. Ah, Swamp of Sorrows. Why do you suck so much? Can't see shit. So a lot of the time, like PvP wise, maces can actually be really good because of the extra stun that you get when fighting. It's so it kind of depends on essentially kind of your fighting style. So maces is all about stuns, so it's all about stopping the enemy from doing things. Mace wise, mace rogues in getting myself all screwed up trying to talk. So maces for PvP is actually pretty amazing, honestly, because you've basically got a 5% chance to stun your enemy, and that's on each mace. So, and it doesn't have diminishing returns when you include cheap shot cheap shot and kidney shot. They're on their own diminishing return sort of thing. So if you are fighting a lot of people, maces is really good. But that being said, when I played rogues in the past, I did a lot of I was a dagger rogue quite a lot, which is really good for taking out clothies and that sort of stuff in PvP, because you can get really huge ambush crits and that sort of thing. Last time, so when I was doing Classic in 2019, I was playing a Shadow Priest, and I actually got one shot when I was going through, where was I going through? I was in Alterac Valley, or the Alterac Valley battleground, and I got one shot by a rogue ambushing me while I was on my horse. So it was pretty. So I just ambush crit with a dagger, and it was just like, dead. I was like, what the fuck? Because I didn't have the best gear at the time, but still, you should be able to do that. I still had like almost 4,000 hit points. It was just insane. Yeah, I personally would probably, like, if I do get one of my rogues over to Maladath as a transfer, I'll probably still play a mace rogue over there. But yeah, there is something about a big ambush crit. It's just nice. It's just nice. You know, I can't say a bad thing about it. So, and that'll be the thing with playing a mace rogue. There's nothing that'll give you the really big hits and really big crits, except for maybe a good eviscerate. But even then, it's nowhere near as satisfying as like making a mage explode with an ambush. It used to be like way back in the day of vanilla WoW. What you do is, because like AV, the Alterac Valley battleground was such, it was a big grind fest basically. You'd spend hours and hours in AV just fighting backwards and forwards in this big clump, because nobody knew the best tactics at the time. And what you'd do is, as a rogue, you'd end up in like this little group of rogues that would just be around behind the enemy lines, and you're just waiting for a priest or a mage to sort of step out of the main battle so that they can drink. And then as soon as they sit down, because you're guaranteed the crit, then you're just straight in there, big ambush, vanish, reset, go again. And that'll be the end of that particular one. You'd just be cruising the back lines doing it. And what you'd also do sometimes is you'd play setup. So you'd try and you'd get a mage friend or something that would be on your side of the battle to use up a lot of their mana and set themselves up to get ambushed, so that you could ambush the ambushes and do things like that. Oh, that's right, they've got no pockets. Yeah, The old back in my day, when I was a young whippersnapper, and we did stupid things in AV because we had no idea what we were doing. I don't want to fight him. No, I don't want to fight you. You smell bad. You smell bad. I'll come back for you in a while when I have the quest to kill you. Till then, you can just sort of hang out. So. But yeah, I'd really like to be able to transfer my my rogue over to Maladath. Being annoying, it won't let me. Only allowing transfers over to Dream Scythe at the moment. Maladath would be good because, you know, AU PvP server would be perfect, as far as I'm concerned. Much better ping over there as well. I'm betting you don't get 206 latency, and that's a good ping for me at the moment. So, crawler leg? No, just seaweed. Fine. I didn't want your crawler leg anyway. I hear it was a dirty crawler leg. Gross. Nobody wants to eat it. You might. If you do go combat spec with the rogues, the difference between dagger, mace, and swords, there isn't a lot of difference. It's basically just where you put 5 points. But it all comes down to how you end up playing it as well. Oh geez, they're not doing well in Scarlet Monastery. 3 of them down in that one. That ain't cool. Scarlet Monastery is killing people. Looks like a Scarlet Monk as well. Ooh. Only bolds. Only bolds. Okay, so it's an only bolds run. And they've managed to not do it well. Poor fellas. I need your monstrous crawler leg, Mr. Monstrous Crawler. I've only got 6 of them? 4 of them? What a weird crab are you? Crabs have more than 4 legs. I probably should have healed myself up. That might have been a smart idea. Oh jeez, fucking Strathholm is claiming a victim now as well. Everyone's dropping like flies. Guild's that one. Heart and Solo, okay. Jeez. Dropping like flies, sir. Dropping like flies. Let's go up 8 crawler legs. Sorry, Marsh Flesh Eater, you are not allowed to run away. Yeah, the death count's getting pretty high today. Oop. I'm paying attention to where I'm going, I swear. Alright, I need more flesh eaters. We don't really seem to be around here. And yet there's one right there. Okay. Obviously I know what I'm talking about when I say things like that. Can I eat a Murloc? I can eat a Murloc. I wonder what a Murloc tastes like. Probably terrible, I imagine. Nope. Monstrous Crawler. This doesn't indicate flesh eaters being here. It says monstrous crawlers. My add-ons are lying to me. How dare it? How dare it lie to me? Don't the add-ons know everything? You sense my mood through my mood ring? Why else would the add-on come with that thing I'm supposed to stick in my bum? Maybe that was something else. Ah! Good idea. Yes, let's use sprint for no reason. Well done, me. Claps for the idiot. Run around. Woo! I run around in circles around you. That's right. You can't blind what you can't see, apparently. I need one more monstrous crawler leg, 5 flesh eaters, and 10 murlocs. Uh-huh. Okay, the murlocs are way down here. Okay, that's fine. Let's grab this guy, and there's a couple of flesh eaters here we should be able to grab as well. There's no casters, which is good. Ink spewer, which is a little bit annoying, but they're not too bad. They're not an oracle to do any casting at me, at least. Big clam. Big mouth clam. Of course I'm too far away. Always too far away. That's why I'm sitting here in a chair in Australia. So that I'm too far away. Don't know what I'm supposed to be too far away from though. Let's have a little bit of a nibble on my most recent victims. We'll see if we only get one murloc here. We might get the second one that's hiding in the water there. No, he doesn't want to come out. He doesn't like the idea of getting the crap beaten out of him, I guess. Oh, ooh, oh nice. There you go. Alright, let's see if we can find some more crawlers before I go off in search of the rest of these flesh eaters and murlocs. So that we don't have to come back down to this end of the beach, basically. We might be able to find some more flesh eaters down here now. Like that guy. See that guy? We might be able to find ones like this guy. Who are flesh eaters instead of flesh eaters. Get them. Get the flesh eaters, not the flesh eaters. Yeah. You cannot defeat me, I am mighty rogue. Mighty. Oh, somebody lost their herber. No more alchemy for them. Which reminds me, I actually need to start leveling another tailor character. So I can make bags for myself when my other characters die. Let's go back this way just a little bit. We'll have a nom on this guy. He looks delicious. He's got this nice yellow plumage. It's like having spices. A nice spicy murloc. It's delicious. It's like cheese on your pizza. I don't even know what those tendril things are supposed to be. Other than tendril things, of course. I need one more monstrous crawler leg, 2 more flesh eaters. Well, 1 more flesh eater, and there's one just down there. So getting that shouldn't be too difficult. Then it's just that last crawler leg, and it's always the I need the last whatever. Always the worst. Always the worst of things to drop. That's when your drop rate drops to almost 0. You're not fighting things for 7 hours. Just pulling all of your hair out, trying to put it into other parts of your body. Pull all the hair out of my head and put it onto the soles of my feet. sheer madness takes over. Alright, that's good. So I need 10 marshmallows, 1 crawler leg, a partridge and a pear tree. Don't know where I'm going to keep this partridge or the pear tree. One of the things it's never been explained to me about that. Does the pear tree come with the partridge? Or are they like separate things? You get like a partridge and you're expected to already have the pear tree. Or am I just like, have I just sort of drifted off into like a massive tangent and no one knows what I'm going on about? Including me. I include myself in not knowing what I'm going on about. So don't worry. I don't think my insanity is entirely contagious. Not entirely. I had a theory a few years ago that it was. Mostly because I'd get new friends and they'd slowly become madder and madder. I don't know if that was actually my influence. I think it was just that as they became more comfortable with the line that, you know, everyone's got that line. I know this is my line for dirty jokes and that sort of stuff. As they found out that I don't have one of those lines, I think they kind of went, oh, okay. So they just kind of let things go more and more. It's a theory I've got anyway. One day I'll write down all of my theories. Someone will find this diary of theories and wonder what fucking lunatic was writing all this shit down. And they'll be wondering why they wrote it down. And they'll slowly drive them mad. And the joke will be really on them as well, because I'll already be dead.
Too far away.
Oh, I am like a walking choose-your-own-adventure book. But I'm not even choosing the adventure. I seem like I am. But it's like somewhere in there that's choosing it for me as well. So don't worry, it's like a journey that nobody knows the way. Nobody knows the final destination. And the person in the trunk is really hoping that we let them out to pee. Don't know if I will though. Don't know if I will. They were silly enough to be caught in the first place. So, you know what? We're just going to have to, you know, eventually we'll stop, let them out, peel them, because, you know, you've got to peel a person before you kill them, because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Wear their skin, then you kill them. That way they look like it's suicide because they're killing themselves. I don't know where I got any of that from, but oh well. There you go. Oh no. I should be more scared of the cat violence than I really am, to be honest. It's very much a thing in the house, and yet I still just occasionally go and find the cat and start terrorizing the cat, and then the cat bites me. And then I'm like, why did the cat bite me? What the hell? What the fuck? And then I just go back to, you know, continuing to do that exact same thing over and over again. Well, yeah, plenty of marshmallows around here, that's good. Apparently this one doesn't want to be crippled though. The crippling poison doesn't seem to want to go on him. But he's not running away very fast, so that's good too. Ink Spewer, I don't need to kill any of them. It's just the Murlocs that I need. So straight up Murlocs. Actually, I don't actually know where the cat is, which is always a concern. Who knows what the cat has decided to go off and do? Who knows what horrible friggin' war crimes it's going to be committing somewhere. that not a normal Murloc I was killing before? No, it's an ink spewer. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Go straight past other ones I can kill and then kill the wrong one. Congratulations to me. I've managed to be hopeless once more. One day, will go a day without me being a complete freaking idiot. I don't know when that'll be. That's a very difficult one to calculate. Hopefully it'll be a time when I won't get killed on WoW. Hopefully I won't get killed today. Come on. Come on, Murlocs. I know there's lots of yous. I gotta make sure yous are all dead. Otherwise, who's gonna be picking up the pieces? Nobody. Gotta create jobs. Jobs for people to pick up Murloc corpses off the beach. That sounds like a terrible job. Because, you know, they just respawn and, you know, and that'd be it for you. They're always getting you. They like to come at you in packs. That was an unfortunately timed stun. It's like, come on, I'll fight ya. Hit him with mace, stunned straight away. I'm backed off. They're just ink spewers. They're just corpses. Corpses aren't very good to kill. They're just ink spewers. There's one amongst a bunch of ink spewers and stuff. That's alright. Could just be a lazy rogue and pretend I'm a warrior. Walk up to stuff and start hitting it with my maces. It's my new kind of warrior. That's right, I wear no armor and I hit you with sticks. Oh, wait. Yes. Fire! Now I'm a hunter. The hunter, warlock, mage, rogue, warrior thing. New hybrid class. The poisonous everything class. Well, these ones actually get really low on health before they go to run away. We'll eat some spotted yellowtail. It's supposed to be pretty nice, actually, spotted yellowtail. Well, yellowtail. If you like fish. That's what I hear, anyway. Probably should have actually used my buff food. That might have been slightly more intelligent. Take out this ink spewer so that we can get to this marsh murloc. Best ways of doing things. Especially when you're fighting murlocs. You don't just kind of navigate through them. You kill your way through them. That way you're much less likely to have a murloc erratically come into you and make your life a living hell. Bad enough, I think one of the follow-up quests for this is to kill like the Murloc oracles or something, and to really do that you got to go into a Murloc cave. So that's always a fun jaunt. Let's see, these guys are just ink spewers. I might have to go a little bit further down the beach to try and find some more. Ink spewers. I mean, it's not a very sanitary pastime spewing ink. Come on. I think these guys actually have the chance of spawning as either murlocs or ink spewers up the centre of the beach, though. That is normally one of the ways that the old school Blizzos did it. So that you can have... You can get both. You can have both. Have your marshmallow and your spew as well. Lovely. Lovely. Yes, marshmallow, I know. It's also almost like saying marshmallow. Almost. I don't think eating a squishy murloc would be that great, though. Don't really see the appeal in that. Now, let's see, is this guy broken here, or... No, he's not. My main issue with the Murlocs is the noise they make and normally how quickly they run away. This beach isn't so bad because they don't actually run very... Normally this would be the level of health they'd have where they run. But these guys, it actually gets quite a bit lower before they actually do. So that's not too bad. So these ones are not the worst Murlocs by any measure. It's just the noise. The noise just slowly dries into your brain. And you find yourself going into meetings, and when an executive will come in, you'll just go Murloc gargle at them and run away. That's when you've gone full Murloc. Not really a bad thing though. Who wants to talk to an executive? You're just running around the office, running away from executives. When executives, no, they're weird creatures. Them. And, apparently, even though you think there might be a cockroach, you still can't hit them with a shoe. Getting a lot of trouble for that. Lots of trouble. Which is really annoying. Oh, yeah, the Warsong boots. They're good boots. I think I'm still using the Warsong boots. No. I have nightscape boots now. Makes me even stealthier. And more agile. And more, paper thin. I've got lots of zesty clam meat now. I should try and find I don't think I've got a thingy. For clam late surprise, I actually use zesty clam meat. I can make that right. Apparently I can't. Okay. Where I can get that from. I'm going to have to look up where I can... What zesty clam meat recipes I can get. Speak to Tok Kar in the Swamp of Sorrows. Speak to him, the guy that's in yelling distance. The guy that I can just go, he'll come over here and stab me in the neck. Jeez. See, now this guy has another quest for me. And I didn't get sent back to him. See? It's just lazy. I'm not going to do the Oracle one yet. You've got to do that one in here, really. Go over here, we'll hand in fresh meat and get stuck on a tree. Let's see. So I've got 28 zesty clam meat. That sounds like there's stealth something around here. I'm betting they're probably stealth jaguars or panthers or something. Because why not? Why wouldn't you just add a bunch of stealth stuff to an already packed area? It's full of stuff. Why not add more? Zesty clam meat. What do we got? What are they reagents for? Yeah. Undermine clam chowder. Okay. I've got all of the spiders now chasing me. It only bodes well. Undermine clam chowder. It's not a buff food. Where do I get it from? Tanaris. You know what? Screw it. I'm not going to bother with that one. Screw them. No. No. One recipe that uses it. One recipe that uses it. And it's not even buff food. No. I'm not going to bother. No. Nope. I stubbornly refuse. I refuse. I refuse.
Speak, friend.
I refuse so much, I'm going to just vendor it right now. Bye. Goodbye, stuff. I'm very disappointed with the amount of greens I got off those murlocs as well. The number of those is 0. That is bad. Where are you? Where are you at? Where are you at, son?
Blood and thunder for the horde.
Have some of these. I'll get both of those. Ooh, I've now, what was that? Honoured with Ogrima. Nice. I've actually already leveled my cooking to artisan. So I'm actually already 241. Already Mr. Artisan, artisan cooking. I think I did need some for that as well, yeah. I think so. I think you needed 12. I think that was 12 that I needed at the time. I am going to fly to Kargath because we're going to get these braces of rock binding. I'll do that quest, get that one out of the way. If I do that one and I do the follow-on quest from that, that should get me to level 44, I think, as well. Nice. Nice, nice. Well, I'm a mighty-ish chef. I'm very good at... I could burn water, in reality. If I make cornflakes, where I do... That moment where you pour the milk into the cornflakes... Because I'm very much a you put cereal in first kind of person. For some reason, the moment of ignition is when you pour the liquid into the cornflakes, and that's where it catches fire. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing wrong there. It just seems a bit weird. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? It's weird. My chefing skills just brilliant. Yeah, I love that as well. It's so good. just Homer in the kitchen. Yeah. Cereal, milk, fire. I love it. I love it. It's good. It's good. It's how it should be. Have to remember The Simpsons. Bloody hell. The Simpsons has been going on forever now as well. Bloody hell. Like, just oldest crazy show ever. I know, because I know for a long time it was Flintstones had the most episodes, and Simpsons surpassed them quite a while ago now. I hate to think how many episodes there's in The Simpsons now. Probably close to 2,000-ish, probably more. I know, what is it? The longest running anime, I think, is Detective Conan. I think that's got about 1,500 episodes. And I think Simpsons is still more episodes than that as well. I'm not sure. Unsure. Now I do kind of want to know. I know, like, how many Simpsons episodes? Only 790? That doesn't sound right. 36 seasons, 790 episodes. Okay. That's actually a lot less than I thought. It's Detective Conan, which is, you know, Japanese anime. Where are they up to? Their number of episodes is up to, 1,164. And it's been going since 1996. That's a lot of drawing. That's a lot of people with wrist problems. Lots and lots. And then there's, what's the other one? There's another anime that's got like a shitload of... One Piece, that's it. One Piece has like over 1,000 episodes as well. Where is it up to? That's information on its manga. What are you talking about? One Piece episodes. I want to know now. 1,126. So yeah, them and why am I getting multiple different? Yeah, they've got about 1,100 episodes as well. That's just One Piece. One Piece is it seems that Detective Conan and One Piece are kind of competing for who has the most episodes of anything ever. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Alright, so we are after Braces of Rock Binding, and I want to get the Broken Alliances quest as well. Which I don't know if I can actually get when they're not here. It's Ottoman Reagent Run. There we go, Broken Alliances. So that's one where you got to kill Boss Thogrun, who's like that patrolling ogre boss that goes around. To see if we can nab him. Because sometimes what you can do as a rogue is you can actually use distract to actually distract him away from the big pack of ogres that he's wandering around with. So you end up with only him, because the rest of his pack wander off while he sort of stands there going, what's that behind this bush? It smells funny. It smells like a dog's peed on this bush. What kind of bush would a dog pee on? And then you just kill him. The dog, of course, as everybody knows, would pee on every single bush, especially ones every other dog in the countryside peed on as well, because that's what a dog would do. But first, it would sniff that pee like it's the only thing it sniffed in the last 30 minutes, and it needs to spend at least 30 minutes examining it, because dogs, strange, very strange creatures, but awesome at the same time. Awesome and strange, just like we all should be. 3 dodges in a row. What are you doing? How are you, as a rock elemental, that able to dodge that well? I get the immune, that's fine. You're immune to the poisons that I have. You're an elemental, all elementals are like that. You should not be able to dodge me so much. You're a rock elemental, you're not supposed to be agile. Some kind of human warrior here, probably farming for elemental earth, which is bad for me because there's not a lot of places I can go to get these braces of elemental rock binding, so that's a bit annoying. That's where the farmer is ruining my questing. Good stuff. What a bastard. Now have to kind of hang around and get the fucking respawns. I have to whine like a big whiny bitch. Because that's just part of the job. That's what you're supposed to do. It's all part of trying to do questing and stuff. Some might say the most important part. Well, no one who really says it's the most important part. Not actually mean it. So far, the braces of rock binding, the 2 kills I have, are not dropping. Therefore, that's the most difficult quest we'll ever do, and it's the most frustrating ever. Oh my god. How horrible. Why won't these things drop? It's been hours. Man, that warrior's going to actually do that thing where they kill all of the stuff and I'm going to get fuck all. Come on. We need to kill it faster. Need to kill it faster.
Too far away.
Alright, then too far away, that's fine. Of course I'm too far away. Over in the next suburb. Trying to hit it with a hammer. You'd think maces wouldn't be too bad to fight a rock elemental with. Definitely be better than a sword. Sword has a much smaller area it's actually striking. Hammers are much better at destroying rocks. Buff food, buff food. Let's have some buff food. Honestly, he should be off fighting some of the other rock elementals, like over that side, over there. There's a lot more of them over there. And I think they've got exactly the same percentage chance of dropping any of the stuff that you'd be farming for. I think that would be a definite better direction for a farmer to be in. But I can't tell him that because they're a human warrior. They're just a mere human. Whereas I am the mighty undead. That's not a rock elemental. That's an ogre. Ogres are big and squishy. Rock elementals are like grey and crunchy. I'll fight this one. On the plus side, I've still got my my fiery enchants, so that still adds a bit of oomph to my hits. Not a lot of oomph anymore. Used to be most of my damage now. It's a concerning amount of lag. That's alright. It died, and that's the main thing. Good thing is the mace stun still works on this as well, so we're all good there. There you go. Lifeless stone. Isn't that most stone? Really? I've never put my hand on a piece of stone and been like, this one has some life to it yet. 50 cc's of morphine and this piece of stone will be back on its feet before you know it. I think this bit of stone has COVID. Oh. Face masks up. Face masks up. Especially on the stone. Can't seem to get the vaccination needle through its stone skin. The fuck? Why did I end up going down that tangent? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe the mental health drugs have worn off. I hope not. Pretty sure I took them this morning. Alright, Mr. Greater Rock Elemental. You don't like me, I don't like you. Give me your braces of binding, and nobody needs to get hurt more than they need to. Yeah. Something like that. There you go. There we go. See, threatening them works. It's good to know. Alright. You, Mr. Greater Rock Elemental, if you don't give me braces of rock binding, I'm going to go find your childhood pet. I'm going to hit it with a hammer as well. No, can't do that to a pet, actually. I like pets too much, you know. I'm not overly enamoured of the blender cat that we have, but, you know, when he's not in blender mode, he's not too bad. Unfortunately, when he's not in blender mode, he's mostly not existing, so, you know, it's difficult. Oh no, my poison's run off. Do stone elementals have that? That's a good question. I doubt they do, personally. But maybe we should incubate one. We'll see. Apparently, I can still stun them, so must be something in that stone brain of theirs. Oh, the other question is, can a stone elemental still get drunk? Do they have a liver? Maybe if they drank alcohol, they'd just like end up getting alcohol poisoning instantly because they have no way of processing it. That's the secret to killing an actual elemental. Since they have no way of processing these things, you can just... Alcohol! Oh, I wouldn't want to waste alcohol on it though. That's a problem. How would you do it? I suppose there's, you know, there's undrinkable alcohols as well. You can get one of them. Then again, you can't poison them, so they mustn't have... Yeah, some of their nervous system mustn't exist. More elemental earth, nice. Yes, how would you, other than, you know, beating it with a hammer, so how would you kill an elemental, really? It's going to give me an existential crisis. Oh, 4 or 5 rock binding braces. Alright, you, rock elemental. I'll find your wife and I'll beat her with a hammer as well. Oh god, now I just sound like a monster. Not unusual for me to sound like a monster, I suppose. Yeah, gotta catch them all. And the weather is so lovely around here at the moment that the washing that's been outside all day isn't dry at all. Yay! Fire beats grass, water beats fire. Yeah. But what really beats stone though, other than hammers and chisels? It's the old elements against things thing. Whereas I think it was like water beats stone because it erodes it. But at the same time, does stone beat water because it redirects water? Just over time, water beats stone. Yay! 5 braces of rock binding. Now what we'll do is we'll go the long way around to where I've got to hand this in over there and see if we can find the Thor gun, the crazy ogre guy. See if we can pass through all of these ogres without having to kill all of them. Ah, dynamite. I see though. See, I should be an engineer. It's the quest for engineers. Right, some more gold thorn. It's always good. Take that. Don't need king's blood. I've already got several stacks of it. Boss Thogren over here. No. And maulers and dust belchers and stuff. That'd be terrible, burping out dust. I imagine that's what it'll be like when I'm like 90 or something, if I manage to get that far. Be like burping dust, farting dust. I've got other things I could say about dust as well, but let's you know, keep it semi-civil. Semi. We got Fire Bloom, Ridge Stalker Panther. He wants to chase me for a while, doesn't it? We've got to watch out for the... There's a few different elites that can spawn around here. There's a bird that can be sometimes over here, sometimes in the next area, I think. There is also a giant that comes along out here as well. Come on, ogres. I know yous are out here. Yous are just messing with me. Agmond's End. Whoever Agmond was, that's where he bit the dust. I mean, there's lots of dust around here for him to bite, so you know. Solution to Doom. I thought Doom was to be the Doom Slayer. That's your solution to Doom. Become the Doom Slayer and you can kill everyone with lots of guns and ammo and chainsaws. And then Doom is solved. Because you hate demons. You want them to all die. But you know, it's not not the worst prospect around. Cadgoose Whisker. I'll get some of that. I got 13 of it at the moment. Sorry, Miss Feral Coyote guy. I'm not hunting your kind at the moment. Looking for ogre bosses. If you've seen one, let me know. At the moment, it's not looking good. Ooh, Fade Leaf. How much Fade Leaf do I have? I don't really need Fade Leaf. Ooh, Prophetic Cane. Does it look like a good cane? That's crap. That's not really a cane. It's just a wobbly stick. I can get a wobbly stick just out of the tree. Gold thorn do I have at the moment? 19. Yeah, I'll grab it. So I think I've got some stuff I use gold thorn soon for. It's sort of omen. They're up to sort. Yeah, sort of omen's not that good for rogues anyway. Honestly, it's pretty good offhand, but for a main hand, it's not that good. Boss Thogan. Oh, I've gone way off track here. Way off his trail now. Boss Thogan, where are ya? Where are you, buddy? I've got a special message for you, and it is, I want to bash you in the head with my maces. That's a very special message. Old dust belchers there. I think he might have been killed by someone. Oh, there he is. There he is. Unfortunately, he's actually in the middle of his pack of ogres. So that's a bit annoying. Let's grab them three. There we go. Just to separate them a little bit. And up there running, catch up now. that sucks. That sucks. We don't want to fight everything, of course. So let's let these guys catch up a bit. We'll see if we can distract all of them, like so. Now, since he's kind of in the middle of nowhere, we can grab him. They all disappear up the trail. That's how we rogue it. Sounded like a whale song. What's going on there? A bit weird. There we go. Bye, guys. And that's what you call ineffectual bodyguards. There we go. Good old Boss Stogan. I didn't even see what level he was. I probably should have paid attention a little bit to that. Oh. Let's go hand in. We've got this quest to hand in over here. Study of Elements. Rock. Study of Elements. Paper and scissors. How do they affect rock? Oh, someone's just recently done this. Okay, that's good. Okay, so it's level 45, so that won't be a problem. That'll be easy peasy then.
Off and away.
There you go, mate. Have them. It's going to be hard.
Alrighty then.
I'm going to talk to you, and you'll summon the next stone guy that I'm supposed to kill. We got liquid stone. What's this? Healing potion, less invisibility potion.
Be seeing you.
And bronze braces. Nah. Alright, I'm supposed to do a thing, I think. Oh yeah, go to you. I go to you and I give you this.
You have a great day now.
And now I want the nifty pocket watch. I'll go summon that. That's my next way to make myself speedy. Good old nifty pocket watch. Oh. And we beat up this guy, who hits relatively hard, and since I don't anticipate fighting too much else after this, let's use up some cooldowns. Just to make sure that we can, you know, not have to worry too much about him. There we go. Lovely. Hey. I killed you, dude. Thank you for the nifty pocket watch. So this goes very well with some of your get out of jail free tools, like your swiftness potion. So it gives you another run speed sprint. So I've got sprint, swiftness potion, nifty pocket watch. If I can't get away from stuff by running, using that, then I've got to be pretty dazed. Unfortunately, yeah, if I'm dazed, I'm still screwed. Alright, now we'll go hand in broken alliances. What I should also do is pay a little bit of attention to where I'm going. Just a bit of attention. No, I don't have to pay a lot of attention sometimes. But, you know, normally just enough so that I don't just ride straight into something I'm trying to avoid. It's not that it's dangerous or anything to me, but it's just that I've got to not be dumb enough to have to fight it, to just constantly end up fighting everything because I run into it like a complete numpty. It's not what we do. Well, it is what I do, but it's not what I should be doing. The point is, that's not what I should be doing. Alright. I've got your quest item, guys. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's a lovely quest item for you. You'll enjoy it. I hope you treasure it forever.
Blood and thunder.
Enjoy. Use a sign of earth to activate the pillars of diamond, opal, amethyst. Oh, that's right. Yeah, and it's you. What you do is you summon, you fight elite things, and you die. Oh, and it's also a level 50 red quest, so you don't do any of that stuff. You leave him with the quest and you run away like this. You run away. You're just like, I don't want to die though. I don't want to die. But I'm really close to my next level. So that means we're going to go over here and fight some rock elementals, see if we can get some more elemental earth. More rock and stone. Rock and stone. Isn't that warrior from before? I think it is. No, it's an undead warrior. Okay, that's alright then. So just wander down here a little. And we kill some of these guys. Get ourselves another level. No point trying to travel and do another lot of questing when once we kill a few of these guys we'll level, and then I've got to do my training anyway. So that'll be level 44. Equal second best rogue. Have to work on making it equal first best rogue. And just best rogue. It's about a level 60 rogue is about where I want to get to. That'd be nice. Nice level 60. Do some 5-mans, get some gear. Maybe do a couple of raids then. Nice. Good. I think we'll probably do some ZG raids. Would probably be relatively easy to get into, I think, hopefully. Yeah. Just gotta work on the level a bit, that's all. Bandage. Bandage. Just gotta get that level up. Get it up. Get the level up. Can't really say bad things about the guy doing some farming here, since I'm actually doing the same. Oh no, they're not really farming, they're at level 40. This is probably them doing the actual quest that you get for these guys. I'll go this way and kind of let them have some of the stuff back there, because if they're actually doing the quest, it's... I don't want to like steal quest mobs off somebody. I'm happy to steal farming mobs off somebody if they're just farming for stuff like I am. And like, you know, like that's level 60 rogue, they're not questing. They're probably trying to get elemental earth for elemental sharpening stones. But, you know, I don't want to be an asshole to somebody actually just questing. You know, happens to me often enough. It's just like, you know, get your stuff, do your quests. It's all good. Is there stuff to mine? There is stuff to mine. Apparently mining really sucks on these servers. Alright, level 44. Off to Orgrimmars. Orgrimmars. Where it is time for training. What exciting skills shall we get today? That was another point into Malice for my critical strike rating. After that, I think it's went into Slice and Dice and Ruthlessness normally. Yeah, Slice and Dice, Ruthlessness, then Lethality. There, that's the ticket. That's the ticket. So combat-wise, if I was going any other, like I've got 5 points in mace specialization, But that can just as easily go into sword or up into dagger. But otherwise, the rest of the spec is pretty much the same. The lightning reflexes and improved gouge can kind of get chopped and changed as people feel like as well. I just go for that slightly more dodge for survivability reasons. For hardcore survivability. Rupture, yep. Backstab, yep. Things I'm not going to use much. Instant poison, 4, yes. Yes. Poison I use the most. No, nothing exciting there. Let's go over to you. Still got 18 gold. I'll have to send some of that over to my my bank alt, I think. But first, to the poisons. Now, instant poison, we'll get rid of that. New instant poison, so we need 2 stacks of 20. Dust of deterioration. We need crystal vials. Instantly max out my poisons ability. But new instant poison is good. What's this one do damage wise? 65 to 85, 85 charges. There's that one. 44 to 56, 70 charges. Yeah, so decent actually jump in damage. None of the actual skills I trained in are ones I really use, but I'm one of those people that I just kind of train in everything anyway, and just sort of keep it going. Because I've got enough gold, I don't worry too much about it. If I was struggling with gold, I'd probably avoid. Because I use either swords or maces, I don't really need backstab. I don't use bleeds that much, so I don't need to have rupture. So, all just depends on the way you play. Alright, skill wise, I'm gonna have to get my lock picking up a bit more. I've got just over 200 lock picking, but it's not really enough. And now, I actually want to keep the elemental earth for having elemental sharpening stones myself. So if I do end up doing molten core, because it's all there's so many things that are immune to poisons in there. Having the elemental sharpening stones is a bit better because it's the elemental sharpening stones are 2% crit, and it's 2% crit on each weapon, so they're really, really good. Jeez. So yeah, so all about kind of knowing what I'll need later and kind of just storing it for buffs for later. Let's have a look at what armor is up. Armor, leather. I'll just do 42 unusable. Boots of the monkey, good. Heraldic leggings, no. Oh. Scorpashi breastplate. 12 gold is a bit rich for me there. I think it actually might. That's worth the gold. Might get that. Might get that belt. Yeah, where was it? Belt, keeper's cord. No, wrong one. Righteous waistguard of the monkey. Just because the extra 8 stamina is good and the extra 6 agility is good. I'll lose 12 attack power, but shouldn't make too big a difference. That's all still up. Cloak, black flame cloak. I'd like one of those. I'm not willing to part with that much gold for it though. Miscellaneous. Falcon, tiger. think I've got a decent neck now. That's actually a really good neck though. Skibby's pendant. But oh, that's fine. Let's have a look what weapons are available. Weaponies. Weaponies. Phantom Blade. Phantom Blade's pretty good, but I'm not quite up to spending that much money on Dazzling Mithril Rapier. I like the rapier just because it's a rapier. It's a cool sword. It's a cool sword. Just needs a fire enchant on there. It also needs to not be so fast. Fast weapon is bad for rogue. You don't want your main hand to be slow. Main hand slow does more damage. Let's get that belt. Belt. Where'd my attack power actually go? Up or down? It goes down by 6. Oh, well. That's okay. I mean, I've got 360 attack power. I can deal with that. The extra health of 80 odd health can be the difference between life and death, though. So that's where that comes in. All right. And what do we put? A quick look at potions. Yeah, I need sungrass. I'm going to be going to places I'll start getting sungrass to be able to get myself more healing potions, so that'll be good.
What can I help you with?
No. Pop that in there. I like to keep my full stacks of stuff in the bank. So when I actually do go into here and I go look at that, I've got another stack of Khadgar's Whisker actually in the bank as well. Oh, actually 2 stacks of it. Let's just move that so that I can see that a little bit better. Oh, did I get... What did I do with it? A stack of them. Oh, 2 stacks of blindweed in here. That's 3 King's Blood over there. Move you over there as well. Oh, that's... Again, I keep forgetting to use my elixirs. I've got to remember that. Try and remember to use up my elixirs. Still got a stack of Mage Royal in here as well. Oh, that's my only stack of Goldthorn. Heavy Mage Weave. I don't have that much more Mage Weave cloth on me. Let's chuck the Elemental Earth in here as well. Strangle Kelp I don't get very often, so you can go in here too. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is buff food, but it's not the level of buff food I like. Yeah, same with that. So that all is going to get vended now because I already have replaced it with Clamlet Surprise. Once I run out of that, I will need to get new buff food. Where am I going? Where am I going and what am I doing here? Go in here and sell this. Can all go away now. I'll get a couple more ham steaks. Alright, that is actually where I'm actually going to leave my stream for today. So thank you all for coming along and poking your head in and seeing what ridiculous thing I've decided to do this time. I'm going to be back on... What day is it today? Today's Saturday for me. I'll be back tomorrow at the same time to do some more leveling. And I will see you, whoever decides to come then. Now, if you would like to, if you want to help me out, please leave me a like. Please leave me a subscribe. All of that is always very helpful for me, and I do appreciate it all. If you would like to, of course, you don't have to. And follow me on Twitch if you want to do that as well. Feel free to join the Discord, which is in the description. And I'll see you all next time.